There's this powerful, invisible force that's shaping your life, probably right at this very moment. And most of us, we completely overlook it. But today, we're gonna put it right under the microscope.
We've all been told the same story, right? Success is all about discipline, talent, and just good old-fashioned hard work. And yeah, of course, those things are absolutely crucial. But here's the thing, they're not the whole picture. They don't, by themselves, decide where you end up.
In fact, there's something way quieter, something much more subtle that's steering your future right now. It's this hidden influence that guides your thoughts and your actions in ways you probably don't even realize. So what is it? It's the people you're around. It's your network, your environment, what we call your social reality. That is the thing that is quietly but powerfully controlling your path. Just let that one sink in for a second. It's a simple and honestly a kind of uncomfortable truth for a lot of us. But this one idea, man, it explains so much about why some people seem to just fly while others stay stuck. Okay, so how does this actually work? Well, think about it. When you're constantly surrounded by the same people, the same ideas, the same problems, your thinking just doesn't have room to grow. It turns out that growth isn't just about effort, it's about exposure. We call this the invisible influence law. And here's the key. You don't consciously choose most of your beliefs. You just absorb them. You soak them up from the conversations you have, the ideas you hear over and over, the content you scroll through every single day. Now, if we want to get a handle on this force, we've got to give it a name. This thing that quietly controls our finances, our health, our entire mindset, we call it social wealth. And let's be clear, social wealth has nothing to do with being popular or having 1,000 friends on social media. It's all about the quality and the direction of the influence around you. Is it pushing you up or is it holding you down? And that's exactly why it's so powerful. Your environment, your social wealth, literally sets the ceiling for what you think is possible for yourself. It defines what you'll even dare to attempt in the first place.
So really, every environment, every group of friends, every workplace, it falls into one of two buckets. They're the ones that accelerate your growth, and then there are the ones that quietly, slowly put the brakes on. The trick is figuring out which one you're in. And this lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have an expansive environment. It challenges you. It raises your standards. On the other, a limiting one. It makes struggle feel normal and reinforces every excuse. Now be honest, which one of these sounds a little too familiar? The main thing to get here is that this influence is silent. It's gradual. It happens through repetition, day in and day out. You literally become what you're surrounded by, whether you want to or not. All right, so now let's make this personal. Time for a little self-diagnosis. I want you to be totally honest with yourself for this next part. Okay, first up, just a number, don't overthink it, gut reaction. Based on everything we've talked about, what number would you give your current social environment on a scale of 1 to 10? Now, to help you dial in that number, ask yourself this. Do the people you spend the most time with challenge you to grow, or do they mostly just comfort you and tell you you're fine just the way you are? And what about the energy? Think about it. When you walk away from a conversation or a get-together, do you feel fired up and inspired? Or do you feel kind of drained? Now listen, this is really important. If the number you came up with was a 5 or below, you're not just treading water. That score means you are in an environment that is actively limiting you. It is not neutral ground. It's pulling you back. But here's the good news. You are not a victim of your environment. You can be its architect. So let's get practical. Here's a 4-step plan to intentionally upgrade your social wealth. It's pretty straightforward. First, you have to audit your environment. Who adds value? Who drains your energy? Second, set some boundaries to protect yourself from what pulls you down. Third, focus on adding value yourself to attract better people. And finally, actively upgrade your exposure to better ideas and better thinkers. And please remember, in today's world, your environment isn't just the physical room you're in. It's your social media feed. It's the podcasts in your ears, the online groups you're a part of. It's psychological. It really all comes down to this. Your environment is actively, right now, shaping what you believe is possible for your own life. So you have to ask yourself, is the environment you're in building a ceiling over your head, or is it building a launch pad?